Good morning. Morning, Michelle. How are you doing this morning?
Well, vaguely rage-filled, quite frankly, because we've just been talking about what we're talking about, and I'm just like,
yeah, we had to stop ourselves going, let's save it. We'll save it for the session. It's what we're here to talk about. But yes, I do actually have a little bit of a quick, we were just joking before saying we need to like limber up for this one. I do actually have like a you know when you can feel your neck crunching when you move it. Yeah, it's all the stress. Well, LinkedIn caused me stress this morning. Yeah, I put my video up. My
hours.
Eagerly anticipated by my audience, weekly video of Dickhead of the Week, and they took it down. Said it was I've got the notification through, and it was said it was taken down for spams and scams for being not real content. And like, it's 3 minutes of me talking.
Like, how real could this be? It's like, this is a copyright violation because you're impersonating police.
No, impersonating myself.
But you're not real.
I'm not. No, I'm not real.
Am I just talking to an AI?
You are, yeah. I mean, you have actually seen me in person, so I feel like you
multiple times now.
Yeah. But don't worry, guys. I appealed, and they went, "Oh, yeah, our bad," and put it back up. But
I hope nobody watched it, because then there might be trouble.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on you, Lockwood. Yeah.
Yeah. Although, as I said to you, to be fair, I think I just thought LinkedIn was just finally done with my shit, my shenanigans over there. And that's actually only the second time I've ever had a piece of content removed, which I think is not bad going, actually, because I say a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, dog barking.
Dog barking. Yeah, it's kind of what can be known as like the standard soundtrack of living around here. I'm just noticing that we're not.
Yes.
I haven't had we're live on LinkedIn.
Okay. Do you want to just go and double check?
I'm just double checking because
I think LinkedIn hates me.
Well, there's that.
Oh, maybe. Are we live? Because it does normally sort of start a couple of minutes after. There is a bit of a delay.
Yeah. Oh, it might be.
We've got a viewer. If you're watching us live on LinkedIn, drop a little note in the comments so we can see. Did you just shush me?
No, I shushed. I did actually shush. I shushed myself on the video.
I thought you went shush. Excuse me. I'm just joking.
Yes, turns out that's like Felice's most serious trigger. You do not shush the louder woman founder, for fuck's sake. What is wrong with you?
To be fair, sometimes you do need to shush me. Shh, please. Shh.
And it was like, oh, the Joey Tribbiani one. No, it wasn't him. What was the
It was Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never liked Ross.
Me either. He was so problematic. So it was just like jealous and insecure. I mean, to be fair, his wife cheated on him with a lesbian. So I understand where it came from. But he was threatened by her success. He was just like a bit of a needy, whiny bitch boy.
Yeah, I never liked him.
And then, when he finally speaks up, he robs her of her dream to go to fucking Paris. That actually pissed me off. I didn't like that she didn't go to Paris, because that was a huge opportunity for her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, screw you, writers of Friends.
Yep, that wasn't even on the list. Just happened to.
Don't even know where that came from. Hey, Vanessa, how you doing? Anyway, that's enough.
There we go. To finish my friend's bit with the how you doing?
How you doing? That's enough of that. Welcome to WTF, Women Talking Backs. This is the weekly live on LinkedIn and YouTube, where Michelle bring to you our picks of misogyny moments from the week. We talk about them, dissect them. We don't have to say why they're awful, because generally speaking, they speak for themselves. We take the piss out of them, have a little rant, allow you to have a little bit of a rant, and then we round things off with some examples. We've only got one today. People are not bringing the karma the way they need to, by the way. But then the last section,
I can do another little thing. I'll mention it.
Oh, okay, cool. So we might have two. So yeah, so we share a couple of examples of people getting their comeuppance, just so that you don't go off in a total rage. There is karma out there. It is found. It is finding people. So we try and include a couple of examples of that too. I am Felice, founder of Loud Women, and I exist to help women to elevate their voice in online spaces, while also helping them to develop a thick skin, so that the dickheads, whether the dickheads out there or the dickheads in their own heads, don't censor them, and make them feel like they can't be who they are. So there's a big old stuff I do with messaging, content strategy, and just general kind of brand positioning, and profile raising. And then when I'm not doing that, I am taking down misogynistic men on the internet. And I've written a book called The 6 Dickheads You Meet Online. And that's specifically looking at the rise of online misogyny, bad faith commenters, why they appear, what their motivations are, and how you too can become an absolute fucking menace to these men when they show up. Blocking and deleting is a strategy. It's not the only one.
Hilarious. So yes, my name is Michelle Milliken. I am an organisational psychologist, coach and author of a book and co-author of another book. So books around good girl deprogramming, which looks at all of the ways that women and girls are kept behaving by society. All of the tools and tricks that we are coerced into to be nice and kind and care and share and just be subordinate. But as I keep saying, if women were supposed to be subordinate, they wouldn't have spent the last 4,000 years in multiple religions and all of the different structures and strategies into trying to keep us this way. Seems like a bit of a waste of time, effort, energy, and attention. But here we are.
Yes. Yeah, they can't keep us down no matter what they do, because we were never meant to follow. We were always meant to lead. And one day we will take our rightful place as the head of societies. And the whole world will be a much brighter, better, more pleasant place.
Yep.
Yep.
No diggity, no doubt.
Yep.
Don't know who that is, some sort of song.
No diggity. No idea. Oh, hey, Julie. You forgot don't swear. Fuck that, Julie. Fuck that. I'll fucking swear if I bollocky, shitty, pissy want to.
Yeah. My book's very sweary. The children's book that I co-authored has not got any swear words in. I was very, very deliberate about that one. Even the parent guide that comes with the book, there's no swearing in. So
no,
I was very well
good, though. I think when you're writing for children, I probably should tone it down a little bit, given that I've already had a bit of a strike from LinkedIn today. I don't want to get the live taken down. So yes, don't swear. We swear. But we'll keep it to appropriate levels, and we don't drop the C-bomb. I think that's the only one we don't really use, isn't it? Yeah,
not on this.
It, though. Not on this, though.
I keep laughing. It's like it's a good type of C-bomb and a bad type of C-bomb.
So, yes. Yeah, I think all of them are the same, though. If you're aiming those swear words at somebody, like, you fucking bitch, that's really out of order. But if you say that was fucking shit, like, then it's just an adjective. So yeah, I don't think swearing's a problem or offensive unless you're using it in a way that's meant to be offensive. Okay. Oh, hey, Sue. Hey guys, it's lovely to have you. Before we kick off, we have our usual WTF, the other WTF, weather this Friday. And do you know what? I'm going to go first. It's the weather this Friday is warm and sunny.
As you can tell,
it's light jacket weather.
Yeah, as everyone can tell with what I'm wearing, my big chunky jumper. It is not warm and sunny. It's warmer than I thought it was, though. So I
can see sunshine coming in the window.
No, it's literally grey.
That's just daylight.
It might knock things off. It's grey. It is
13
degrees currently, with 72% chance of rain.
What?
Yeah, weekend looks cloudy and a bit sunny, but very cold compared to like the 20 degrees we had last week. It was very strange. But yes, it's not sunny. It's the light.
Okay.
The sun filtering through the grey.
I shut the curtain because there's the light in my face.
Right.
Your face. Yeah, I know, just bragging.
We pay half the amount of money for houses and stuff up here. So.
All right. Fuck you then. Yeah. This is true. So I'm currently moving or in planning my move back to Worthing because I'm in Hove at the moment, and I've been looking at places and then share them with Michelle, and she's like, do you want to see what you could get for that same money up here? And it's like literally a 1-bedroom flat, like ground floor converted flat here for the same money, like a 3-bedroom detached house out there. It's like, but then I'd have to live in Durham.
Durham's lovely. You love the cathedral.
All right. Well, you started it.
We've got better beaches. We'd have pebbles.
There's nothing wrong with a pebbly beach, and we do have sandy beaches not that far down the coast. Yeah. I actually kind of like a pebbly beach because you don't go home with sand and everything.
No, but you might not go home. You might go to the hospital with a broken ankle.
So I wear swim shoes when I'm walking down to the sea, and they're perfectly fine. And I have, there's like really low deck chairs. I have those, so I'm not sitting on, because at my age as well, with my back, I can't lay in the stones, so I do need a little bit of. But no, I like it. Anyway,
north versus south.
Right, well, let's get started because we've got quite a lot to get through.
Okay, cool.
Michelle, which of your least worst ones would you like to start with?
Bristol Airport. Actually, not really anything to do with Bristol Airport, but it was spotted in Bristol Airport. So the wonderful Jolie Brearley posted this on LinkedIn, and I clearly lost my shit because just everything about this is absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
So this is some kind of AI thing. And they've given her agenda, which was very kind. Her agenda, its agenda. They gave it agenda.
Yeah, I don't know why it couldn't just have been it outworks everyone and never asked for a raise. I don't know why it had to be she.
Yeah, because obviously we're not at all touchy around, the gender pay gap or all of the other non-promotable tasks that we're expected to do, and how we have to be the emotional support systems in all the organizations, and every office has got an office mum.
Yeah, she won't make the fucking tea for you though, will she? Or do your photocopying or organise all the birthdays or the Christmas party or any of the other fucking unpaid labour shit that women do in the office.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just found this unnecessary. Just mild on the scale. If we're going to do dickometer scale, it's about 1.5 out of 5.
Maybe we should start introducing the dickometer.
Yeah. We did used to rate these, didn't we? But then things got too horrific, so we stopped.
They were, it felt too, not serious enough for some of the stuff we were covering.
Yeah, but
so apparently there was another one that did have a man on it, but it was a black man.
Oh, and he wasn't going to ask for a raise either.
No, so I think just someone didn't really think about how this lands in the context of all of the other conversations that we're having. And I think the fact that the two people they picked was a black man and a woman. Yeah.
No HR. Oh, so you can sexually abuse this one at work as well.
This is the thing. I thought I feel like someone needs to she won't complain. Anyway. It is what it is. Quite a lot of people agree with the woman that posted it on LinkedIn as well. Quite a lot of people agree with her.
Yeah. Madness. It's like, how many people had to see that advert and go, do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah. Do you think the women are gonna mind about that?
But then again, we're talking about it.
Yeah, it's just that rage bait, isn't it? Free advertising.
Yeah. We'll never use them, so they may be popular, but again, we would never.
Unless the audience for this is predominantly male, they're trying to sell it to men.
Grr.
Yeah. Grr. Yep. Okay. This brings us on to our second product based.
It's what got me upset.
Yeah. So there's a new product on the market, ladies, called Juice. And it is a perfume for your fanny. That's not how they market it. But
no, they should though. But no.
Yeah, perfume for your fanny, basically. Now, look, aside from the fact that I literally swear I got thrush just looking at this fucking thing, it's a suppository that you shove up inside your vagina and it melts.
And smells emoji.
And smells of smells of fruit. The whole profile is just lots of like innuendo things. It's a little bit porny, but basically the whole message is, ladies, you don't want your vagina smelling like a vagina. It needs to smell of strawberries or oranges or peaches, which I think are the 3 flavors. But it's this that enhances confidence on every single post. I didn't realize
you were supposed to have lack of confidence.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were supposed to not be confident about just our normal fucking bodily fluids. Yeah, it's shocking.
I think how we've gone in like what 10, 15 years from, you know, Gwyneth Paltrow's candle smelling like her vagina to vagina smells bad.
Yeah. And this thing, we all, as women, we know that if our vaginas actually do smell bad, we need to go to the doctors because there's likely to be a bacterial infection or thrush.
And we're more likely to go to the doctors as well, just saying.
And yeah. Like, we're very aware if there's a problem down there. But shoving scented shit in there, again, we all know, we are advised against putting anything perfumed anywhere near them, because it can cause bacterial. My sister's a sexual health clinic nurse. She sees this shit every single day. She's like, we do not need to be shoving things up there. We do not need to be making it smell nice. Now, if this was marketed as some kind of, you know, sex toy, you know, like edible knickers and stuff like that, I would, like, you mean like a fun thing, like body paint and stuff, I wouldn't have so much of a problem with it, because I'm like, if you're using it within the bounds of play and having fun and being silly and doing different things, but the idea that this is marketed for women, that they should be putting this in every day so that their vagina doesn't smell like a normal vagina, it's just.
Can you imagine though? Everyone's like, I can smell cherries.
Well, yeah, I think that's way more noticeable. Yeah, because again, most people, you can't smell women's vaginas just by standing next to them on the street, and if you can, then that woman needs to go to the doctor. So yeah, and yes, it has been said that the company is owned by a woman. Oh, I feel so betrayed. So yeah, those are products that could just get in the fucking bin. Or the marketing of them as well can get in the fucking bin.
Gross.
Well, what's next, Michelle? We're about to bring the tone down significantly, by the way, guys.
We didn't bring the tone down. The tone is down.
Yes, we didn't. Yes. Which one?
I forgot.
Should we leave the big one? Should we leave the big one for last?
Yeah, I thought that would. So there's the New Statesman one.
Yeah, should we do New Statesman next?
Yeah, women being angry. Stop the fucking press. Stop the actual press.
Here we go. Angry young woman.
So yeah, you haven't got the actual front of this magazine. Show us that. There we go.
There we go.
So, ladies and gentlemen of WTF, I'm going to say something you're all going to be massively surprised about.
Yeah.
Women are angry. Women are going, oh no, I don't necessarily want to see I don't necessarily want to do dating. I don't necessarily, want to center men in my lives. And it's now front page news. It was in the Telegraph as well, either yesterday or today as well.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's just, given what we're going to talk about for the rest of this episode, if women are not angry, then, yeah. And also, they're not raping and murdering people with their anger. They're just going, you know what? I'm not gonna partner up with a dude. That's, it's equivalent, apparently. That's as dangerous as incel and manosphere and all of that other stuff.
Well, things you think about these women's experiences, like especially younger women that have, they've been on the internet forever, and when the internet, we had the internet in our 20s and 30s, it wasn't what it is today. Jesus, so I think women are seeing more and more shifts towards policy, laws, attitudes that attempt to oppress them, take away their freedoms, limit their options, and just tell them every day that they are not as good as men, they're not worthy. And while at the same time, they've been raised by a generation of women that have taught them to see themselves as equals. So I'm not surprised that this generation is angrier than any previous one, because they have both the enlightenment and the education, and they're being faced with what really is a rollback in men being, enlightened and
no, to say, honestly, the comments of this, absolute dumpster fire. The estrogen mafia was my favorite part of the comments, though.
Yes, yeah, but the thing is that the women who they're talking about, they won't care. They won't care that that's what they're being called. They're like, yeah, we're still not going to date you, marry you, have your babies, sleep with you, talk to you, be friends with you. We're still not going to do anything. You can call us what you like, but actually you're just pushing women further and further away from you.
Yeah.
And it's like, when
you do
when we
better,
talk about,
we'll just not.
Yeah. I saw a post the other day that says that we have taught women how to evolve. We haven't taught men how to live in a world with evolved women.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, they're still trying to claw us back into the reality that they've been brought up to believe exists. And women are like, we've been brought up to reject that reality because it doesn't serve us. But, women are angry. It's not just young women either. There's a lot of older women.
So Claire did a post about it on LinkedIn today, and I'm like, it's not just the young women.
No, but I love but I love that it's young women, because historically, it tends to be women as they get older, they start to see the fucking bullshit, that they get angry. But young women, again, are very much, sort of protected, and they're conditioned to not believe older women, and they're still very much within the kind of male gaze and easier to manipulate. So the fact that this younger generation are saying, we don't want it either. We're with the older women. And is a
it might just be like a weird thing in the middle that we need to work on, which is useful.
Well, I think they're still very, I think the women that are very much still firmly within that, the throes of the patriarchy, it can do a lot of damage. But no, I love to see angry young women, because if you look at all of this in context, why shouldn't they be angry?
No, I'm furious.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was written by a woman as well, just like,
Yeah.
The article.
I think that it's right that she writes about it. It's not like saying, well, we shouldn't be talking about how women feel, and of course it's going to trigger the man babies who don't think that women should be angry. I'm like, okay, dude.
So this is my favorite one. So this is a man wrote this, Jonathan, on Twitter. The manosphere. Women are playthings and status symbols that only exist to serve you. The femisphere, because the manosphere doesn't get, because the femisphere is a made up thing. We don't have a femis anyway.
No.
Don't date men. The New Statesman. These two things are the same.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. I like to write down like little, when I see people's replies and comments that I like to write them down. And someone put, my dislike of men isn't harming men. I doubt it's even mildly inconveniencing them. And I'm like, yeah, it's just that, you know, apart from that, I don't like it when I hear it, then they just go on about their day.
But they do, though. They get harmed by the lack of sex. Apparently, it's something that they, you know, Stephen Bartlett.
They should just start fucking each other. They should just start fucking each other. If sex and getting their dicks played with is the only thing they care about, they, you know, like take turns, have sex with each other, suck each other off. They probably do a better job anyway. Yeah. And there are prostitutes. You could pay for it. There's no reason for any man to go that long without sex. They can go pay for it if they want to. It's not impossible.
Well, yeah. The most famous manosphere dude. I don't want to mention his name. Everything is gay according to him. So,
yeah,
you know, if you like a woman, it's gay.
Oh yeah. It's just
If you like
anyway.
A wife, it's gay.
So yes, if you are an angry young woman, you have every fucking right.
Thank you. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going. We see you. We love you. We appreciate you. We wish we had been angrier when we were your age, and it didn't take us this long to see what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Do you know what? I'm going to put this one up just because we're not really going to talk about it, but I had it and I thought I had to show you. So I apologize for what you're about to watch.
Oh, God.
This is what men put out on the internet. And then they worry that women are like, no, thank you. Yeah, this guy literally thought this sounds like a good idea, as if he's like thirst trapping women or something.
There's a guy that does it with cooking, and it's like,
yeah, oh, it's so gross. It's so gross, yeah. And it's like, it's the one that's like, it's one that's done around quite a lot. It's like 4 guys in a swimming pool, and they each like thrust against the side of the pool, make the water go over, like one after the other. And I'm like, guys, I can't believe A, somebody thought of it. B, you all will agree to go along with it. And then C, you watched it back. I went, yeah, let's put that on the internet. Yeah. But we're the problem. Anyway, that wasn't my one. I was like, do you know what? I
just wanted to dry all of your vaginas out. Yes,
I did. Yes, yeah. Yes, and it just as a punctuation mark to the point that I was making. Okay. How have I still got 2 left? Oh no, hang on. We're taking turns, aren't we? Do I want? Okay.
Thing like that. So if you believe in equality, then we cannot believe in abortion. And I hope, you know, maybe there's an open door to be having some of these discussions again. But I'm pleased at least to see the backlash to those very late term abortions. I think it's, you know, if we got to start somewhere, let's start there and protect those late stage sentient babies and open the door to that discussion about when does life really begin and what can we be doing to protect it more fully in our society.
No, I am with you. I think that there could be a positive response to this. I think Kemi Badenoch had said this is going too far in the piece you posted from the Telegraph, and your worse half, Callum, I saw he's actually put questions to all the political leaders. I see Rupert Lowe has come back and said they would remove this. I don't know if Reform have.
Yes, they have.
I have as well. Brilliant, because this is something that all the
Oh, shut up. So it was nearly done anyway. So we're still on. So this woman, she's a Reform Party candidate. She is a previous ADF member. So ADF, the campaigning group in America, millions they have. And they have been partly responsible for campaigning for a blanket abortion ban. And they've been sending money, funding anti-abortion groups here in the UK. She used to work for them. Now she's a candidate for the Reform Party, and they are still banging this drum, this scaremongering and misinformation about late-term abortions. You know, and it was crazy. It's like we've watched all of the footage of the American politicians going around these conversations and talking about women are just killing babies, are like when they like just before they're ready to come out, and like even post birth abortions, and we've all been sitting there going, what the fuck, these guys don't know what they're talking about. And yet this conversation is already building here because of misinformation like this, because they're pretending like a late-term abortion is a woman just getting to like 7 months and going, I've changed my mind.
Change your mind.
Just change my mind. Nah. Yeah. I don't feel like it anymore.
No, the sentient baby, I'm like, nah, I can't be asked.
No. I mean, I shouldn't be saying, but it's bullshit. Women are not having elective late-term abortions unless there is a significant risk to either her or the child has some kind of life-limiting condition, which means that they are probably going to die within a few days or weeks of being born, or minutes, or you know, will have a extremely life-limiting condition. But those decisions are some of the most horrific decisions that those parents will have to make, because these are more often than not babies that were wanted, desperately wanted, loved, planned for, and then those parents are given the very worst news and they have to make a terrible choice. That is the only circumstances right now in the UK that an abortion past 24 weeks is allowed. It's already not legal to have an elective abortion after 24 weeks unless those conditions are met. So them campaigning for this under the guise of misinformation, because they're saying we want to ban it because women are just choosing to abort their babies. People go, of course we shouldn't allow that. We already don't allow that. But if they change the law, we're criminalizing those women
and their doctors,
which means that more women will die, which is exactly what's happened in the US. Women who are miscarrying, who are bleeding heavily, where there is an imminent risk to their life, we are going to have to wait for her to literally be about to die.
Pregnancies.
Yeah. Before doctors can intervene. And by then we've seen often it's too late. Women then develop sepsis and they die. So Reform need to fuck all the way off. They need to, it's the same shit. We are going exactly the same way that America has. And so this is me saying this right now. Women are not having elective abortions, and the only thing they're going to criminalize is the ability for people to make those decisions with their doctors.
Yeah. So no, we don't want Serena Joy.
No, we do not. We do not want Serena Joy. The ADF needs to fuck off. We need to be regulating as well where the funding for these groups are coming from. We shouldn't be able to have like a massive organization in America funneling billions into...
Australia have done it.
Yeah, they have, haven't they? They stopped. They stopped the funding.
Yeah,
we should be able to do it too. So yeah, and it's
should be able to give. They should be like, here's a pot of money that we have created, and that's all you're allowed to spend.
Yeah. But it's you know, momentum is growing, is building for it, and of course, when you look at what's also happening, do you know what? I'm going to play my next one first, and then we're going to get into the big one.
Okay.
Because what's also happening is this kind of shit.
3.6 million births a year. But the problem is teens and young adults. From ages 15 to 19, the fertility rate is down 7%, and it's down 70% over the last 2 decades, meaning we're telling people that are young not to have babies, to wait till they're in a more stable life situation, till they're more financially secure. Maybe they haven't found the right partner.
That's right, 15 to 19-year-olds. That's the problem. This is Fox News. That's the problem. There is a problem.
15-year-olds aren't giving birth. Your children aren't giving birth to children. Damn it.
Yes. And this is apparently what's driving some of the low birth rates, and the fact that they said it's 70% down over the last 2 decades.
Good.
I couldn't find it, but let's not forget that the Republican Party were pretty adamant 2 decades ago that teenage pregnancies were really fucking bad.
And they are now. They
Still
don't want they don't want teenage mums.
No, they want them married. Yeah, they want them. So they
don't want them to be married to like other children. They want them to be married to old people.
Yeah. So this man just went on Fox News and quite proudly said it's concerning that 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds are being told to not get married and not have babies at their age. Not even like this, like even that just pushes them into like 2021. 15 to 19-year-olds not having babies is now considered a problem.
Yeah, you're not allowed to drink in this country, but let's pop some children out for some old white dudes. And we wonder why the young women are angry.
Yeah. And then, of course, the big story. The big story of the week.
$62 million men a month, visiting a site designed to teach them how to drug and assault their wives and their partners. Little tip on how to make sure you don't end her life accidentally by giving her an overdose. And then 20,000 videos of men assaulting their unconscious wives, filming it, and then putting it on the internet for other men to give them applause. Men leaving comments about how long they've wanted to do it to her, how it felt to get it done the first time. 62 million men, and you want to say we don't have a fucking problem? You want to claim it's because women chose poorly? Who's she supposed to trust than the person who's supposed to love and cherish her entire life that she has breakfast with every morning? And you know what's fucking nuts? The website that hosted this faces no legal problem because of Section 230 from 1996 that says they aren't liable for what's illegally hosted on their site. That website, whoever hosted it, should be shut down and pay millions of dollars to the victims. I want the name of every motherfucker that went to that website, and I want every single one of them investigated. And if they commented, if they did it to their wives, immediately go to jail. And if you posted a fucking video, you should serve a minimum of 20 years in jail. I don't fucking care. The heinous and degenerate the person that you have to fucking be to do this. Protectors of fucking who? You want to claim we don't have a grape culture? You want to look me in my eyeballs and say that? 62 million a month. 62 million a month, and not one of those fucking cunts went to the police and reported it.
Oops.
Even if they didn't do it. Are you fucking kidding me? You're joking. Where are all of their names, their email addresses, where they fucking work, and their home addresses? Release the entire fucking list, because are you fucking kidding me? These bitches better be in fucking jail.
Cool.
After promising there wasn't
just after we just said we weren't going to drop the C-bomb, I was like, I actually forgot that she.
It was Monty. She's one of my favorite humans on this planet.
Yeah,
makeup, honestly, every time.
So Michelle.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah, so we did cover it last week, but it seems that it's only really just come out into the. And again, I think I think what people have been talking about the most this week is not the fact that this site exists, but the fact that it had so many visitors to it.
Well, Melanie literally just said what I was going to say. Honestly, the amount of people are arguing that there's 62 million men versus 62 million visits. So one man could have gone 62 million times if they literally. Yeah. But who cares? We've literally had like the Dominic Pellico shite. I was going to show you that there's one in Sweden. There's one in there's multiple ones in this country. There's so much of this stuff that we do not know.
It's tip of the iceberg. Like
it is.
I mean that all like the counterterrorism unit have said that this kind of stuff on the internet is the fastest growing and is taking up like almost like a massive chunk of their time to constantly be trying to sift through it. Like there's more of these sites than they can ever get to. And they're trying desperately.
Dominic, this is how he recruited his people in his teeny tiny sleepy French village to find people that were close enough to come and rape his unconscious wife.
Yeah. Well, this thing, there's the chat that he was in. There was another one on Facebook that was shut down, but had been up for like months and they knew about it. No, but it took like 6 months to get it shut down. There was the other one with 70,000. Yep. Yeah, if people think that the ones we've heard of are the only ones that exist, like you obviously don't know how the dark web works, because most of these are hosted on the dark web.
This one isn't.
This one wasn't. Yeah, these are just the ones that they can get to. There is a whole wealth of internet traffic that is unmonitored, and most of these people are there on burner accounts, and it's anonymous profiles. So tracking them down and finding out exactly who they are is really fucking hard, and we don't have the resources and the manpower to do it. But I think I saw another post that shared a screenshot that apparently that 62 million was a slow month, and in March they had 87 million.
Yeah, but now it's been publicized.
Yeah. Well, so even if we account for repeat visitors every month, and it's been up for a while, we're getting into billions, which is still millions of individual men.
And
they're like bending over backwards in the comments, aren't they? Going, well, if you look at how many men there are in the world, and this is only 62 million, so this is like 0.004% of all men. Blah, 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 blah. So,
how do we know which ones?
Yeah, how do we know which ones? Yeah.
And now going back to women are angry. It's like,
yeah. So we have, well, the thing is, and the reason they're having to do this is because, of course, well, I mean, in the UK and several other countries, that you can no longer rape your wife in marriage. Back to the 90s, it was still legal.
Yeah.
You didn't have to drug your wife. You would just rape her and she couldn't do anything because you're married. But some of it is the control, it's the doing it to her while she doesn't know. These men have a hatred of women. They have a hatred of women. The fact that they're willing to do this to her and get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Of subjugating her against her will and without her knowledge. Like, this isn't just, I wanted sex and she said no. Men. Yeah. This wasn't just, I wanted sex.
Charging other men to watch, and they take requests of what they should do to their unconscious drug wives.
And this is what we say when we talk about rape culture. This idea that you score points with other men for degrading women, that this increases your status amongst other men. And I think there's an element of that running through a lot of men. They may not necessarily associate with this particular activity, but there is a bit of, there is a bit of culture around, did you get her to sleep with you? Or did you get her to lower her defenses? Did you talk her into it? Like this kind of patting each other on the back, but basically coercing women.
There was a study this week. I'll have to find it. But there was a study this week that did you see that one? That nearly made it. But there was other stuff that was worse, turns out.
Yeah. So all the
yeah.
so all the men were asked if they'd ever sexually assaulted someone. Of course, the vast majority said no. And then they were asked if they'd ever used any of these tactics to get a woman to say yes after she had said no. And it was like fucking like more than 70% of them said yes. So I think there's an element of them not looking at that as not being consensual, that a yes under any conditions is a yes. And so, but part of that is like they kind of know that she didn't want to, but they're just getting to a point where they have, plausible deniability.
Mm-hmm.
So we have raping women in their sleep, drugging them, getting access to them without their consent because they think they're entitled. Now we're going to remove access to abortion, which allows women to choose their future and their own destiny. And we are now complaining that teenagers who are not old enough to understand the implications of their decisions should be getting married and having babies.
Instead of being too angry too.
And the ones that are complaining about all of this are just angry young women, as if angry young women are the same as angry young men. Angry young men are angry because they're not getting what they've been told they're entitled to. Angry young women are angry at the things that are being done to them by men and society. Yeah. So it's a shit show, all of it. And I say, I think we're underreacting.
Yeah.
Genuinely think we're underreacting.
Same.
A lot of people say, I know there's like a lot of people that do this kind of social commentary and sociologists and stuff that say that what's happening now is the death grip, the death rattle of the patriarchy, that at the point where it's losing its power is when it tries to hold on. But again, I think women, I think we've come too far to be pushed back into that. Because it's like, okay, well, you're not going to let us have abortions, and you can't force us to have sex because that's illegal. So we're just not going to have sex with you. And then if you try,
South Korea.
Yeah,
the 6B or something. 6B, 4B.
Yeah. So unless they start to legalize rape, which I
Stephen Bartlett on his, we've had him on this, and they basically were like, oh, I wonder what we should do about getting women to have sex with men and procreate with men.
Oh yeah, and there's that guy that said that they should set up like a sex camp, and in the same way that men are conscripted to the army, women should be conscripted to this army, and all they're serving is having sex with men so that men don't get angry and go out and murder people and bomb things.
No,
not really the same thing.
No,
we shouldn't be conscripting men to the army anyway. But
you should not.
Yeah. No. I say just put women in charge. All of this nonsense. Yeah. So anyway,
rules for internets.
That brings us to the end of this week's episode of WTF. I am gonna
the bad bits.
of the bad bits. So this next video clip in our FOFO section, I cannot tell you how many times I watched this. It's very short, and I probably will play it a second time.
How's your decision making been lately?
Really good.
You didn't ask her a month ago.
Hey! I didn't fucking ask you!
Yes, sir.
And it's been good?
I'm just going to play that again because it's just very satisfying.
Yes.
How's your decision making been lately?
Really good.
You didn't ask her a month ago.
Hey! I didn't fucking ask you!
Yes, sir.
And it's been good?
Can we just hire him? Can we just hire him just to go into meetings?
Yeah. The way he's like, yes, sir.
So I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, I think whenever I get like mad about stuff, I'm just going to watch that video. You see his face just went, fuck. So don't talk over. I didn't ask you. She's answering the question.
I'm like the blonde lass having a proper giggle, because that would be me as
Yeah,
well.
she's the other host of that. She was the other host of that discussion. She was pissing herself.
Yeah, that would have been me.
Very, very good. Very good. All right. Did you say you had one as well?
Well, kind of. So I was speaking to one of my wonderful friends in America yesterday, and I've seen this as well on the socials. But this week, you know, despite all of the other horrible things that the orange lunatic has done in, you know, the last 80 years of his life, turns out depicting himself as Jesus has honestly, they are turning against him in like their droves.
Yes.
And having fights with the Pope. It's been a very surreal week this week.
Yeah, and the DoorDash thing. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, the DoorDash granny. He was also one of the downed pilots, and so she's clearly some sort of MAGA related actress that.
Well, apparently she's not. She was no, apparently she's not. People, because I saw some it was on the news, and they were saying, you know, people have been accusing her of being this other woman. She's not that woman.
Oh, she's not
she is a DoorDash. I think she is a DoorDash driver who was asked to participate, but there's a bit in it where he asked her, did you vote for me? And she went, maybe. So she didn't fucking vote for him. I think she's taken the money. She's gone, yeah, all right then, I'll take, you know. And apparently her husband is going through cancer treatment at the moment, which is fucking ironic, seeing as
So she's not the same lady as all of these other ladies. Okay.
No, different lady. Mine might be misinformation, but I saw it on the news. I think it was on the Independent social media.
More likely than me on Twitter.
Yeah, because I'd seen a lot of them, and then I looked it up. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen it. The image of him. He came out and said, then he came out and said, I'm not Jesus, I'm a doctor. And it was like, oh, fake news. I don't know even where they get this stuff from. And I'm like, from the picture of you looking like Jesus, healing a sick man.
Healing Jeffrey Epstein.
There is no other way to interpret that image. And yeah, all the MAGA people are like, do you know what? Like, you know, we're all right. We're all right with the rapes. We're all right with all the Epstein file accusations. We're all right with the insurrection. We're all right with the 34 felonies. We're all right with you talking about grabbing women by the pussies. We're all right with any of that, but this is too far. That's where we've drawn the line.
The doctor thing was Caroline Levitt saying that it was doctored and he's an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, probably doesn't know what
but he posted it, so how could it have been doctored? So either way, moron.
Yeah. So yeah, it's nice to see.
Yeah. So I just thought I'd just bring a little sprinkle of hilariousness.
Yeah.
In. So yeah.
Yeah, he's not. It's definitely on the downturn. And also, what's also been interesting this week is we didn't talk about the Eric Stillwell thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty horrific.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eric Stillwell is some pretty serious accusations of sexual assault have come out against him. He is a Democratic politician, so he's a politician for the Democrat Party. And what's been really interesting is there's been very little accusations of lying towards the victims, like almost none.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you see stuff come out about somebody, and he's very popular, he was a very popular man, people really liked him, and almost no accusations. And it's interesting because we actually don't, I know it sounds terrible, you know, this might sound a bit biased, but we don't actually tend to see as many accusations against people who are in left-wing politics. We just don't see it quite as much in the US anyway. I think quite often those people are kind of quite well embedded on the right. But I also wonder if the people on the right are more likely to defend those people, that the beliefs around false accusations and stuff tend to sit more with people that are on the right. And people on the left don't tend to hold those views. But yeah, it's been interesting because at any time, especially instances of sexual assault that are historic, there's all kinds of people going, oh, I want to see the other side of the story. Why are they waiting so long? Just up for a money grab. And there's been almost none of it, which has been refreshing to see. and I hope he gets taken down along with the rest of them.
Amen.
Yes. So maybe this might be the tide turning for him. Yep.
So yeah, that was
Anyway,
the
it.
shit show, the horror of the week. And
yes,
without fail, I will see something within an hour of this.
Oh yeah. Yep, guaranteed. We always do. As soon as we log off, I'll get a text from Michelle going, for fuck's sake. It was just another one to pop up.
Kind of my used term, FFS.
Yeah. If you guys see any of this stuff in your travels, things that piss you off, like ads that piss you off, or people saying shit that you just go, oh, my head's going to explode, do feel free to send it to us. We obviously see a fair amount of shit on our own feeds, but we don't see everything. So do feel free to DM us on LinkedIn. If you want to just go, hey guys, have you seen this? We'll have a little rage with you in the DMs as well. So if you just need to let us see a bit of a rant, our DMs are open. And thank you for coming. Thank you for engaging. And we will be back next week, Michelle. Next week at 12 o'clock.
Bear with me, caller.
Just got to double check.
So. I've got a very busy life that once every 6 weeks I do something.
Yeah, and we never know when it's coming up because
I know when it's every 6 weeks. We're not doing it next week. We're good.
Okay. So next week, 12 o'clock, live on LinkedIn and YouTube. See you later. Bye, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Bye.